is weirdly hard to find ball jointed dolls in media, but I am determined to find every example, or most examples. Hi there, welcome to Dolls in Media Part 2. Part 2 implies, but yes, it's the second part in the series. In Part 1, we went through ball jointed dolls in media, horror edition, actually Asian horror edition. Asian horror was definitely the easiest place to find ball jointed dolls, even though they were typically like background characters or whatever. And while we're still doing Asian media today, because believe it or not, Asian non-horror is the second easiest place to find ball jointed dolls. It's not horror, it is Asian dramas and miscellaneous TV shows, just Asian shows and movies. Starting with the Uncanny Counter, which is a Netflix Korean drama. Now Netflix picks up shows that already exist or are already written, so I don't believe this was like made and produced by Netflix. I could be wrong, but it is on Netflix if you're looking for it. Okay, so the Uncanny Counter is a Korean drama about noodle shop employees who are also demon hunters. Now, dolls aren't like a central theme to this or anything, but a ball jointed doll does make an appearance in the first season, and it's towards the end of episode 4. Now, maybe it pops up more often than this, but this is the one I found. Now, the ball jointed doll in this scene is a desk buddy for one of the guys, the tech guys. I'm not 100% sure. So basically this dude is like, I guess one of their tech guys, and he's watching through surveillance videos, and he says that one of the girls in the video, or the girl in the video, is cute, and then he looks down at his desk buddy, which is this like very obviously USD ball jointed doll. Like, if you're not in the know, USD being like a 1/6 scale doll, but it's like very childlike, and he like pats its head and says sorry, like he apologizes to the doll for calling another girl cute. The theming of the show is a nice change from like the Asian horror movies, but low-key, this is super creepy anyways. She's on screen very briefly, and I can't really tell what her sculpt is. It does look pretty generic USD to me, but if you recognize the sculpt, let us know down in the comments. If I were to guess, I think she might be like in the Blue Fairy Dream of Doll. Next up, another K-drama, and this one is called Hello My Teacher. We have an appearance from Phil, who is crying for attention. Hi, Phil. So this K-drama, Hello My Teacher, is basically about a girl who gets expelled from school, but then later decides to become a teacher. This is one that I saw mentioned in a Den of Angels thread, and not one that I was able to kind of track down myself. There was no mention of where the doll made an appearance, and I did not have time to go through like an entire series and pay close enough attention to find this exact doll. Especially since it was mentioned, it was only on screen for like under a minute. The Den of Angels member did mention that the blue-haired doll looks like it could be a Nere, but if anyone can give any context on these dolls, that would be super cool. Okay, next up we have another K-drama, surprise, surprise. This one is a remake of Absolute Boyfriend. This was a 2019 drama series, and it's based on the manga of the same name. It's about a humanoid robot created to be like the perfect boyfriend, and basically he falls in love with a love cynic. This sounds a bit like another K-drama I actually really liked called My Hollow Love. It's super cheesy if you check it out, but it kind of gives me those vibes. Now, during the show, the like anti-hero, heroine, etc. is like often holding a doll or two. She has quite a few ball jointed dolls, and her dolls are quite pretty. They're not creepy at all. They're not like, I don't know, she doesn't come across like she's supposed to be scary or anything. She's like just kind of like a spoiled rich girl, I think, is the vibe I'm getting from her. But as for different dolls, there's a blonde doll with half closed eyes, and it has like a soft classic BJD face up. There's a second blonde doll with kind of like a more youthful look to it. There's another doll that's styled sometimes as a bride, but also this could be multiples of this doll or this sculpt. And it appears to be a Night Lolita. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like a Night Lolita. So not quite a ball jointed doll, but like a ball jointed doll inspired hinge jointed doll. And as far as the sculpts of the other dolls, I'm really not sure. And another K-drama, this one is called Bachelor Vegetable Shop, which like, the names of these sometimes. I'm like, I have no idea what this is about. This is a K-drama about like slice of lifey, about like 6 guys who run a vegetable shop. I think the first few episodes are set like in the early 2000s, and then the newer ones are more like modern-ish. Okay, but in these earlier shots from like the 2000s, the characters are kids, and there is what appears very clearly, I think to me at least, to be a Volks doll carried around by one of the characters, and it's really shown quite a few times in that first episode, and multiple times during this like moment when the owner is like escaping some creepy dudes. I don't really know what happens with this doll or this girl. I hope everything's okay, but I do think this is a Volks doll. It looks like a Volks sister BJD. You can let me know if you think I'm right, but this appears to be the sculpt, at least in my opinion. Okay, moving away from K-dramas, we have a couple movies to finish off our list. The first one is called Old Boy. Old Boy is fantastic. It's one of those movies you can't say enough good things about. So if you're looking for any movie or show in this list that I can actually recommend, I would say it is this one. It's an action movie, again from South Korea. After the main character is kidnapped and imprisoned for 15 years, he escapes and finds he has to find his captors within 5 days. It has nothing to do with the doll, which is just low-key just in the back being a shelf decoration, which is like a common theme, I think. And okay, no, it's not a BJD, it's a Blythe, but like, it's still worth a mention. Blythe sightings are just as rare as BJD sightings, I find, so it's always worth mentioning when a Blythe makes a moment in the show. But as for which Blythe it is, I think it could be like a Nightflower OG Blythe, but I could be wrong. And finally, the last movie on this list, the last item on this list, is a Taiwanese movie called Spider Lilies. Spider Lilies is a drama movie. It was made in 2007. It's essentially about like a cam girl who gets obsessed with like a certain tattoo artist. It's like a very like woman-loving woman movie. Now, the main character, the cam girl, has a doll that appears many, many times, and she also like appears to like change its wig and its outfit to match hers, which is super fun and really playful, especially as anyone in the BJD hobby knows. That is like the best thing about BJDs, is how you can like change their whole look. Like, you're not set on your blonde doll being blonde. It can have green hair or blue hair or whatever, just like the girl in this movie, switching out her doll's outfit and hair to match her own. At one point, she's also shown with some BJD care advice. Not really, but she is using a melamine sponge / like magic eraser to clean a tattoo off the doll's back. And there's also a guest appearance by some Sunny Angel figurines from another guy in the movie who's like chatting with the cam girl or whatever, and he just puts this little figurine as like in the video frame, but he has a whole like little drawer of them and like other collectibles and stuff. So the doll is shown like pretty consistently through the movie, so this is the one in this list that if you're looking for like a movie that has quite a few BJD moments, this is probably the best one in the list for that. As for the doll sculpt from Spider Lilies, I think maybe Blue Fairy, maybe Barry specifically, maybe Tommy. I'm not really sure again, but she does come across very Blue Fairy to me. But that's it for this list. I am going to be working on a part 3. And also, if you guys have any suggestions for other dolls, ball-jointed dolls or Blythes that you've spotted in different media, please let me know down in the comments. Hunting for all of these is very time consuming and hard, and if anybody has any that I haven't seen, I would love to know about them. But for now, if you're already subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing. If you're new here, I hope you like the content and consider subscribing. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.